Well, gather round, children, the party is on. The family and friends are here. Pull up a stump, set your ass down. I'd like to buy you all a beer to celebrate life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And yes, it is a happy Memorial Day, filled with tears of blood, but we should be happy and live the American dream to our absolute best of our ability to say thank you for those who provided the freedom that we celebrate today and every day at great, great sacrifice and cost. So welcome to the Ted Nugent Spirit Campfire, where my spirit is fully erect. I have an attitude. I got this middle finger on fire defiance celebration going on. Happy Memorial Day, happy Veterans Day, happy Independence Day, happy V-Day, happy D-Day, happy Flag Day, happy Mother's Day, happy Father's Day. And those days are only available because brave men trained in violence against evil gave it to us. Memorial Day. What kind of chords are these? Veterans Day. Celebrating, you got the barbecue going on. There were some body bags. Body bags paid for this day. What kind of notes are those, huh? Hey, Birdland Steve. Feel it? God bless real America, you and me. Real America. about that shit? I have a feeling you feel that shit. So Memorial Day. Yeah. Brave men trained in violence against evil fought for the American dream. How dare we defy the king and the emperor and the tyrant? How about those pricks? Kings, emperors, tyrants, oath violators. How about, I bawled my eyes out this morning on the Serengeti deck on our Spirit Wild Ranch here today. I literally cried tears of blood because I thought deeply. I really delved into my subconscious, into the history lessons of those dismembered bodies being dragged off the battlefield of World War I and World War II. Now, that didn't make me cry. That strengthened me, knowing that my fellow man is that tough, that brave, that resilient, that dedicated to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that the GIs were driven to defeat the Nazis and Japs, pure, rotten, demonic evil. They were driven because they could come home to freedom. And they were thinking about their families back home. So they charged up that pork chop hill. They charged up Iwo Jima. They attacked Okinawa. The Japs were just pure evil demons. Look up the Rape of Nanking if you don't understand. The Japs were so brainwashed and spoiled, they thought the emperor was God. Hey, the emperor's not God. He's a prick. He's a power-mongering, controlling, demonic, tyrannical dictator prick. And we saved the Japanese from that. Just say thank you. And the Germans turned a blind eye. Well, they're just getting on the trains to go to the shower. Yeah, right. I hope you watch the documentaries of the Holocaust, where Germans who survived that era, not the Jews who survived, but the Germans, who sang louder in church when the trains full of Jews went by so they didn't have to hear the screams and the cries of the Jews going to their slaughter. Their testimony, the Germans testified, we sang louder in church to drown out the screams and cries as the trains went by full of Jews going to their slaughter. That's not how you do that. We had to teach the Germans a lesson. And many of them that learned that lesson, and those are my friends, those are my German friends, those are my Japanese friends. The emperor's not God, he's a prick. The king is not a god, he's a prick. The king is a prick, the emperor is a prick. They're all pricks. So celebrate Memorial Day that good men trained in violence against evil gave us this wonderful American dream. But you know why I cried this morning? And I just did a bunch of nightly nudes. I hope you're going to the nightly nudes report. I don't know how you get there, but find it. I should probably get the link so you can go to the nightly nudes, Truth, Logic, Common Sense, A10 Warthog of American shit kicker freedom. So I just finished taping a bunch of nightly nude episodes. And I've been out with Happy, Sadie, and Coco and Shemaine all day. And I signed another 1,000 of these. And Mike Zielinski, no, I'm not going to send you this one. I don't know. What is it worth? What is it worth to you, Mike? Come on, how much is that worth to you? He wants me to send him that. Maybe I will, Mike. What is it worth? Make a donation to the Ted Nugent Camp for Kids 501c3 nonprofit charity. 32 years running. Anyhow, so I've had a wonderful day, but I bawled my eyes out this morning. Not because I thought of all the dead bodies that charged into that evil World War II, but I cried very emotionally this morning because since World War II, the corrupt, demonic, power-abusing, oath-violating Uncle Sam's military, industrial, congressional complex has sent good American warriors to their death for no damn reason at all. All right, so we were attacked on 9/11 because we let our guard down. We were a bunch of spoiled pussies. Look into it if you don't understand what I'm saying. Our government let us down and allowed 9/11 to happen. They allowed the USS Cole to happen. They allowed Beirut to happen. And then this prick in the White House gave away many billions of dollars worth of state-of-the-art military weaponry to our enemies, but they want to disarm you and me. Think of that. That's why I cried. Because now, the executive, the legislative, and the judicial branches of our government have turned on we the people and sent great young Americans into battle for no damn reason except for their military, industrial, congressional complex enrichment. Anybody want to debate me on that? How about the Joint Chiefs of Staff? How about Mark Milley, you prick? What a prick. How about the CIA director? How about the FBI director? Debate the guitar player, you pricks. That's why I cried this morning. Because we're remembering those who died for the American dream, and then our own government is shitting on our American dream. That's why I cried this morning. Because all those crosses at Arlington, that was the last real war, World War II, against clear and present, inescapable evil of the Japs and the Nazis. And then what? Eisenhower warned us. of the military-industrial congressional complex. Scam artist, greedy, evil, monsters in our own government. CIA, enemy of America. FBI, enemy of America. And if there's some good FBI agents out there, I need to meet you. Because if you were good agents, you'd be arresting your leaders who are giving you oath-violating, immoral orders. That's how I'm celebrating Memorial Day, because I remember, and I'm not going to let it happen again. Well, Nugent's anti-government. No, I'm not. I'm anti-gangsters. If the government truly represented we the people in a constitutional republic, I would love them and I would gladly give my taxes. But not if you're sending my taxes to Ukraine to cover up for the gangster in the White House's violations. Well, that's an outrageous statement, isn't it? And it's accurate. Somebody from the government, come and debate me. Don't just come and kick my door down and point a gun at my head. Debate me. That's how I'm celebrating Memorial Day. I'm going to never forget that our government turned on we the people and allowed all those brave heroes of the military to be slaughtered. And here's a little tip to my military heroes out there. You only have to obey moral constitutional orders. If Mark Milley, what a prick, Joint Chiefs of Staff, hey, Mark Milley went to a military college. Well, they brainwashed you. You turned into a prick. Debate me. How about what's this comedian, John, what's his name? He's fighting so that the veterans get their just due. I don't know his last name. He's a prick most of the time. But I'd actually side with a lesser prick to spotlight the bigger cockroach pricks. What's his name, John? What's he, a comedian? Somebody tell me. Yeah, Joe Biden is a punk. What's the guy he's on the comedy set? He used to be on comedy, John somebody. What's his name? He's a prick. At least he's fighting to get the veterans. Jon Stewart, yes, thank you very much, Timothy. And Kevin Scholl, thank you for that package, Kevin, with all that historical Nugent debris. But truly appreciated, Kevin. I love you. Democrats are pussies. Well, so are the Republicans. Colbert, he's not even worth a mention. He's deep into the satanic prick soullessness category. So, Memorial Day. Let us celebrate Memorial Day by fighting to earn our freedom, by telling our mayor, our senator, our congressman, please don't let them get away with this any longer. They want gun control for we the people who have done nothing wrong, but they're going to give 10,000 M4 machine guns to the Taliban? Somebody tell me how this works. And they can't tell me how it works because it doesn't work. If you've got an elected employee voting for gun control, hammer that son of a bitch relentlessly and tell him that he's violating his oath to the Constitution because it says shall not be infringed. Especially you Republican pricks. Dan Crenshaw, what the hell happened to you, you one-eyed goofball? What a rotten guy. Dan Crenshaw, come on my show and tell me how I know you're part of the military-industrial congressional complex. You greedy, soulless prick. And John Cornyn in Texas, where are you from, John? Hey, John, you're a prick. You're a treasonous prick, John Cornyn. Well, we can compromise on gun control. You gave machine guns to the Taliban, but you're going to take away guns from law-abiding Americans? I don't even want to get into the Uvalde clusterfuck. What a horrific clusterfuck Uvalde was. Warning signs ignored, shitty, worthless parenting, no security, and warriors that didn't act like warriors. It's Memorial Day. I'm remembering. And I don't just remember with a barbecue. I remember with a crowbar of truth, logic, and common sense. We the people, constitutionality. So if you really believe in remembering that those who sacrificed gave us the American dream, then fight for it starting tomorrow. Call your mayor, your senator, your congressman, your governor. Call all your representatives constantly and tell them they can't write a gun control law that is legal, moral, or constitutional that will deter any evil person from doing their evil. Tell them you know that. Tell them you know that Kalashnikov machine guns are banned in France, but they used them in Paris to shoot a bunch of innocent people at a concert. Tell them it was banned and it doesn't matter if you don't have law enforcement and law and order. And if you don't pay attention to some freaky doper that goes, I want to shoot up the school and kill my grandma. Memorial Day. I not only will not forget, I not only will always remember, but I'm going to pay for it with my We the People activism. We owe it to those who literally, they're not having a party today. All those flag-draped coffins and body bags and all those crosses at all those military cemeteries, they're not having a barbecue today. They're not hugging their family today. They're not going fishing today. They gave their lives so we can do all these things. Do you not feel driven deep in your heart to earn that by fighting for the freedoms, to get back the freedoms we've lost that they died for? You've got to be kidding me. Tell me you know there's a vile, satanic, anti-human American military industrial congressional complex. Tell me you know that. Tell me you know they wage wars because they're greedy, soulless monsters and they pay for it with our taxes. And we didn't authorize it. So I remember those men and women didn't die for us to abandon our borders. Those military heroes did not charge up that hill to defeat evil so our government could orchestrate the invasion of our country through the southern border, through the non-existent southern border. See? All those flag-draped coffins and body bags and crosses at the military cemeteries, they're not there to allow Uncle Sam to orchestrate chemical warfare against us citizens through the methamphetamine and the fentanyl that they are bringing through our border. Our government is allowing that. You know it. When you don't have a border, it's the government's fault, and the poison that's coming through the border is also the government's fault. They could secure the border in the next 20 minutes. They chose not to. They could stop the flow of fentanyl and methamphetamine, slaughtering innocent Americans. Well, actually, the Americans that are dying of that stuff are not innocent. They're partially guilty because they're stupid enough to get high and pay off the drug cartels and the drug cartels and the American government. If you're getting high, you're literally paying for sex trafficking of minors. Well, I'm not doing it. I bought mine in California. See? You have to be high to be that stupid. Well, I get high, Ted, and I'm not stupid. Yes, you are. Well, that's a blanket statement. Evidence is a blanket proof. So Memorial Day, we should be happy and we should celebrate it because people died so that we can. But if we don't pay back, shame on us. Already, shame on us. Our government has chosen not to produce food for American citizens, not to produce baby formula for American babies, not to secure our border, not to stop the flow of deadly, genocidal methamphetamine and fentanyl. Our government supports punk-ass Fauci And our government will lie to us and tell us Biden won the election. You know, our government, the same government that bails out arsonists and murderers in the riots in Seattle and Portland and St. Louis and Chicago and Detroit and New York. You know, those guys. So, good is Memorial Day. But there's so much bad and ugly, we shouldn't be allowed to celebrate it till we fight against the bad and the ugly. And a lot of people go, oh, you're bringing me down. Yeah, well, poor babies. I don't mean to bring you down. I didn't bring you down. You brought you down by bending over and taking it up the ass by a bunch of treasonous, oath-violating, power-abusing gangsters led by Joe Biden. I'm not letting anybody down. So, I'm hearing from heroes of the U.S. military today who dragged their buddies off the field and put them in body bags. So I'm emotional. But my emotion encapsulates the truth about what our government is doing to us. And it's absolutely vile. So I hope you enjoyed the Star-Spangled Banner, because every note means everything to me. If you support this Truth, Logic, and Common Sense Ted Nugent Spirit Campfire, get ready, because now I got a Real America Voice Spirit Campfire coming up soon. And we'll put the link on all the social media, which, by the way, Facebook banned me again the other day. I don't know how we weaseled our way back on, but we got back on. Oh, the technology is just vile. But do try to join me on Trump's new social media, Truth Social. Try to get on Truth Social. No censorship, no fact checkers. The fact checkers are liars. There's some Venezuelan dope addict, allegedly. Oh, man. So, if you want to kick back, buy a bunch of these. Ted Nugent, Detroit Muscle, killer, all-American, shit-kicker, defiant, fun, sexy rhythm and blues rock and roll. And I'm going to tell you, don't just buy one, buy 10. Because the more that we sell of these, the more Nancy Pelosi and her drunk-driving piece of shit husband, you know, the insider trader czar, Barack Biden. I can't really do Biden as good. Somebody said I should burp Biden's name, but it doesn't quite have the R and the ACK. But even in the treachery, I do bring a little levity to the Spirit Campfire, do I not? And how about some of those chords I was playing? What are those chords? Hey, Birdland Steve, what were those? Todd Carlson, what kind of chords are those? Well, it's F sharp, diminished minor, 7th, 6th. But it has a great feel to it, doesn't it? Licks or what? I love playing this shit. How about it? Is this fun or what, huh? So, have a great day. I'm going to go work on my 1974 copper Bronco done by Bill and the boys at Extensive down in Houston, Texas Metal, and I'll give you a report, because right now I'm going to hold off on giving you a report, and I'll tell you why I'm holding off when I give you the report. But anyhow, I got a lot to do. I hope the tour happens. Thank you for your support here at Ted Nugent Spirit Campfire. It's brought to you by tednugent.com. I think you can get these at tednugent.com. I just signed another 1,000. And I'm serious, Mike. What is this worth to you? With a bunch of Ted Nugent Spirit of the Wild decals, Ted Nugent for President decals, and maybe a coin. Maybe add, what's that worth to you, Mike? Come on, Zelensky, fess up. That's available at tednugent.com, but a buddy of mine out in Colorado said he wants me to send this one I signed here today or yesterday. So you can get the coin, the hat, and the CD at tednugent.com. Well, where do I get it? Never mind. And this is also brought to you by, I got a buddy that wrote a killer monster cookbook. And this is what we're doing with Backstrap. I shot an axis deer the other day. This was created by Chad Belding and Chad Mendez. It's called The Provider Cookbook. And they also have these unbelievable Provider seasonings. I mean, the best I've ever had. I don't know where you get this. Amazon, maybe. Called The Provider Cookbook. I like to promote entrepreneurs. I have a lot of entrepreneur friends. You know, that American dream that those guys died for us, that we're having Memorial Day celebrations for, people that put their heart and soul into being the best that they can be and creating wonderful, wonderful products. Entrepreneurs. I promote entrepreneurs. Here's a guy that created the best gun cleaning stuff. All my military guys love this. dirty-bore.com. Great gun cleaner. Great family business. What else we got? Oh, yeah, and I had a guest here recently. Boy, you want to talk about getting your life back in order. Ripped at 50 by Troy Casey. Look, get that book. These are great gifts. Of course, the ultimate gift for everybody in your life is that. But it's a great book. Also, I don't have a copy of it here, but I'm communicating with a great warrior. In fact, he's the American warrior and the author of a great book titled American Warrior by Gary O'Neill. A great, great Green Beret, or was he Army Ranger? I forget, Gary, but whatever you were a badass warrior, a spirit warrior, my blood brother. His name is Gary O'Neill, U.S. Army, and I hope I'm getting this right, because I love the Marines, I love the Air Force, I love the Navy SEALs, I love the Army Rangers, I love the Green Berets, I love Delta Force, and all the special ops. Sometimes I can't remember who's who, but they're all killers, all great men, great warriors, great spirit freedom fighters. His name is Gary O'Neill, and his book is titled American Warrior. Get that book, and it'll show you why we should celebrate Memorial Day, because a lot of his friends didn't make it. And my buddy Bob Blevins, U.S. Marine Corps Semper Fi, dog of war, a lot of his buddies didn't make it. Marcus Luttrell, his buddies didn't make it. Rob O'Neill, some of his buddies didn't make it. John Wayne Walding, some of his buddies didn't make it. Joey Jones, some of his buddies didn't make it. Greg Stubbe, a lot of his buddies didn't make it. So to all those guys, I know it seems incongruous when you say Happy Memorial Day, but again, they died so we can have an American dream, which makes us happy. Their sacrifice isn't a happy thing, but the result should be life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. So when we say Happy Memorial Day, we're not disrespecting those who provided it. We're actually ultimately thanking them and celebrating their definitive ultimate sacrifice. So I'll leave you with this. If you want to really celebrate the freedoms as provided by all those dead warriors, join me at hunternation.org. Sounds too simple to be true? It's simple and true. hunternation.org, because if we don't demand legal elections where only American citizens get one vote each, and only if you're alive, oh, God. And you've got to check out, buy a copy of Dinesh D'Souza's 2,000 Mules, and then listen to the lying scum in our media and military and government that says, there's no evidence of a fraudulent election. Yeah, there is. And we'd like to shove it up your ass. You know what's worse than evil people? Evil people that cover for evil people. And we're surrounded by them. So get American Warrior by Gary O'Neill and start hammering your elected employees right away tomorrow. I'd recommend every day until we scare the shit out of them. And here in Texas, John Cornyn's not a Texan. I know Dan Crenshaw served in the military and made sacrifice, but he's turned. Dan Patrick is another story. He's a great man, but boy, when Dan Patrick and Governor Abbott backed out of the NRA convention, what in the hell do the great families of the National Rifle Association, the greatest grassroots family civil rights organization in the world, why would you not participate in that because of some evil slaughter in Uvalde? What the hell does that have to do with it? Let's finish it with this. They want to ban guns so they can control us. They want to hurt law-abiding citizens based on an orchestrated evil. The facts are coming out. Don't tread on me. You're not taking our guns. You're not taking our bullets. Oh, man, it's just rot. So I'm going to go grill some back straps, and I'm going to have a happy day. Barack. I'm drinking Fever Tree tonic water. Is that good for me or not? I don't drink, well, I had a Coke the other day, but I bet I don't have 4 a year. And even my beloved Verner's ginger ale. A lot of people go, well, this is awful boring, Ted. Well, then hang up. I don't even drink Verner's anymore because of all that fructose. Get rid of the sugar and the carbs. Be healthy. Eat dead shit. And learn how to cook it with the Provider Cookbook. Oh, and the Ultimate Cookbook, Kill It and Grill It. There's 2 of the greatest cookbooks ever. Kill It and Grill It and the Provider Cookbook. And then maybe you can look like this. Ripped at 50 by Troy Casey. All right, so that's my promotion of entrepreneurs. Also, here's a great magazine. John and the family put together this great magazine, Hook and Barrel. I write a Dear, D-E-E-R, Uncle Ted column every issue. Very proud of it. Giving a little old man advice to people who are seeking the great spirit of the wild. So, Hook and Barrel magazine. I like to promote entrepreneurs. I like to promote Joe Humphreys. I just got done putting a shitload of this out on Spirit Wild Ranch, and it's coming up like an emerald carpet. If you want to benefit wildlife, go out in the woods with a heavy rake and just rake a big clearing and put out some big tine buck brunch. And watch the critters gobble it up. Oh, and here's one too, another Voodoo Tactical. Go to voodootactical.com. I got a bunch of these military's type first aid kits with everything you need, including blood stopping, blood clotting medication. VoodooTactical.com. There's a lot of .coms I'm giving you. Probably the most important one is HunterNation.org. HunterNation.org. Just please go there and vow to be a real We the People experimenter in self-government, please. Stand up for what you believe in. You can't just piss and moan at the bar. You got to actually call your elected employees and give them direction. Oh boy. Have a great Memorial Day, but do not forget why we get to have one. God bless you all. God bless the military families, especially those families who gave up a loved one for freedom, for life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. So have life, liberty, and pursue that happiness like you mean it. And there is a soundtrack for it.